Yo, what is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm showing what settings I use in Fortnite. I play on console and with controllers. So if you're a controller player on PC, you can probably use most of these settings too. But if you do go into this video, make sure you smack that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But with all that being said, let's get in this video. So for the graphics, I don't really have anything changed here. It's all just the basic stuff. I turned motion blur off and show FPS on. Honestly, if I was on PC, I'd have show FPS on so I can see what frames I'm getting, but I mean on console, I'm basically getting the same thing all the time because it's capped at 60. For the movement, we have toggle sprint off, sprint by default on, sprint cancels reloading off, and auto open doors off. The reason I turn off auto open doors is because sometimes I'll be using a door and hiding behind it and I don't want to accidentally open it and run into it or something, like if I'm in a fight or something. And the reason I keep sprint by default on is because it's a lot better for your controller. Like pressing down on the sprint button all the time isn't very good for your controller, and you'll eventually end up having to get a new one because you've worn out the button. So I like to keep sprint by default on because it makes my controllers last longer. For combat, we have hold to swap pickup off. I have toggle targeting off, mark danger when targeting on, and auto pickup weapons off. The reason I keep auto pickup weapons off is because a lot of times they'll just pick up trash weapons that I don't want, so I like to keep that off anyways, just so it doesn't do that. I also have auto sort consumables to the right on because that's usually how I set up my item slots anyways. And then on the preferred item slots here, I have assault rifle on spot 1, shotgun on spot 2, SMG on spot 3, consumable item on spot 4, and sniper on spot 5. If I'm not using a sniper, I usually put a consumable item in the spot 5. The reason I have it set up like this is I wanted the sniper to be next to the AR and I wanted the shotgun to be next to the SMG. The reason I want my sniper to be next to the assault rifle is so that when I shoot a sniper shot, I can take some shots with my assault rifle before they start building. And the reason I want my SMG next to my shotgun is so after I shoot a shot with my shotgun, I can try to finish off with the SMG. And yeah, I definitely think this is the best way to set your loadout on controller. Next for my building, I have reset building choice on, disable pre-edit on, turbo building is on, and confirm edit on release is off. The reason I hit confirm edit on release off is because sometimes it'll confirm it before I'm ready for it to be confirmed, so I'd rather just keep it on. All of these ones right here are just personal preference. I like to have the tap to search on because it makes it where I don't have to hold the button down, but that's just something you can choose to do. For my HUD scale, I just use all the regular stuff. I don't change anything for it. For my controller input, I have controller auto run on, build immediately, builder pro on, edit hold time all the way down. And this is the new setting, the slide hold time. I put this at a 0.115 because I want it to where it's not going to make me slide every single time I try to crouch. Once I get used to this setting, I might change it a little bit, but for now, I felt like 0.115 is pretty good so far. So I think I'm going to keep it there for now. I also have vibration off. I don't like the controller shaking when I'm shooting. It messes up my aim, so I like to keep that off. For my sensitivity, I have my build and edit mode sensitivity multipliers both at 2.2, and I use advanced options. For my look horizontal and vertical speeds, I have those at 50%. I have the turning boost for both of them at 0%, and I have my turning boost ramp time at 0. I also have instant boost when building off. For my ADS sensitivity, I have these both at 23%. And then once again, I have all the boost at 0. For my look dampening time, I have this at 0. And for my look input curve, I have this on exponential. Right here, we have probably the most important setting. You do not want to turn this down by any circumstances. You want this thing always at 100. Aim assist strength needs to never move 100% without a doubt. You know, all the other settings are debatable. This one is not. It needs to be at 100%. For my left and right stick dead zones, I have these at 5%. For my controller keybinds, I basically have the normal settings here, except I switch my edit button to the left arrow. The reason I do this is because I play with paddles, and my paddle is set to the left arrow, and that's my edit button. Honestly though, before I played with paddles, I used to use this anyways because I'd play claw with both hands. So I would use that to edit because I didn't want my edit to be on the same button as my building. So I definitely recommend you guys do that. I think that's probably the easiest way to do it. For my build controls, once again, basically all the same except the edit is the left arrow once again. And for my edit controls, I set my reset to L2, select to R2, and confirm to R1. For my ability controls, these are basically all default settings, so nothing really to change here. And for the dead zones, you shouldn't have to mess with these because we messed with these earlier in the other settings, so you should just leave these at 0 if you have the other ones at 5%. But anyways, guys, that's all the settings. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you smack that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And comment down below and tell me how these settings work out for you, or if there's anything you change that you do differently, you can go ahead and comment those. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm out, dudes. Peace.